it's your main man, Mighty Albert, and today we're going to be taking a look at Kirby and the Forgotten Lands for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this was a release a couple of weeks ago, and there are a couple of things that I feel that the general public should probably know before they go and they drop 60 bucks on this game, because while it is a good game in general, I feel that there are a couple of things that may or may not persuade you into buying this game, and we're gonna go over that a little bit. But first, if this is your first time on the channel, thank you so much and welcome. Please don't be afraid to smack the crap out of that like button and hit subscribe so you can keep up to date with everything here on the channel, from games to tech and just general tech news and game discussions. So before we get into the actual gameplay, okay, we're gonna play the game together, kind of like what we normally do on this channel. There are a couple of really good things about this game. First of all, this game looks fantastic. All the art is great. All of the gameplay is very, very fun. And the game is really responsive and as far as its controls are concerned, I feel like this is a really great game to play if you have a small child like I do. I play with my daughter and we love this game, okay? We could play for a good couple of hours and not get bored. We laugh. There are a lot of fun, cute things about this game, and it's pretty user-friendly. And that's one of the things I really want to talk about. They have super easy breezy style mode, and then they also have, you know, they call it wild and crazy mode or something like that. And wild and crazy mode, you know, spoiler alerts, it's really not that wild and crazy. I just really want to get into the gameplay, and we're going to just kind of talk about it as we're playing along. So before we really get into the game, I really just want to say that, you know, I've spent a decent amount of time on this game, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to really give you just an overlook of the game from a perspective of someone who's played it for a while, you know, not a first impression, someone who's really had a chance to just really dig in and actually play the game. We're going to pick a level that's not really seen by everybody. I want to show you something. I mean, I've completed a good amount of this part of the game, but I really want to just show you how great the game looks and how awesome the game plays, because it plays really good. Now, you have a fixed camera, so in other words, your controller right here doesn't really control much of the camera angle. It's kind of fixed. It's kind of pretty much the same as Mario 3D World, where the camera's fixed up for you. And while that kind of stinks, it's not really like Mario Odyssey, it does make for, you know, still a clean, fun game to play. And there's all these little objectives that you complete to rescue all the people called, you know, Waddle Dees and stuff like that. And you can upgrade your bombs, like your powers, by finding these little scripts or like blueprints all over the maps. And it's really fun. It's a fun game. Now, this is the wild mode that they call it. It's called wild mode. And it's really not, it's not wild if you're a gamer, you know, if you're someone who plays these games a lot, it's really not a wild mode. I think it just means that like maybe some of the ads just have more health, or maybe some of the there's more NPCs that spawn, but other than that, there's really nothing too wild and crazy about it. I think maybe the bosses have a little more health, but you know, this is like a little mini boss fight, and it's nothing crazy. And the power that I'm using is the fire power that's been upgraded by finding the blueprints. And that's another cool thing. I remember in what was it, the Kirby game for the N64, you could combine the powers, and I like that a lot more about that game, that you could combine powers to make special, unique powers. But the upgrade system is really, really cool. It is really fun. And I love the fact that it's just a very pretty game to look at. You know, one of the reasons that make you want to come back and play the game is just how astonishing the graphics look. The graphics are very, very colorful and vibrant. If you have a Switch OLED, the game is going to look incredible in handheld mode. And if you have a nice TV or even a nice monitor, the game is going to look just as good. And one of the things I want to say, that while it's a very good strong point, and as far as just the visuals and how great the game is and just how exciting it is to look at the new areas of the game, it kind of stinks that the game is very, very, very easy. It's extremely easy. It's something that you're gonna breeze through in a couple of hours, and that's something that I really want to discuss with you guys. If you think a game that is $60, or even, you know, now games are starting to creep up into the $70 range. A game that's so easy that is, and it's not that being easy is a problem. You know, games that are easy aren't necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's nice to just enjoy a game that has, you know, more of a puzzle solving aspect to it, or, you know, a collecting side aspect. But this game in particular doesn't really have a lot of content, meaning where Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury combo had a lot of content. There was a lot of different levels. There's a lot of different areas to the game, different themes, and the game wasn't too hard, but there was just a lot of content. This game offers very easy difficulty and not a lot of content, and as far as different landscapes and different areas go, but it is still a fun game. Now, whether it's worth the $60 to, you know, purchase this game, that's up to you. I mean, and we could take a look at some of the different areas that I've unlocked so far. So this is the starting area where you normally would start, and then this is the first level. And then all these little side areas, these little ones that look like little rifts, those are like little collectible little time trial courses that you can do with each power. I'll show you those in a minute. So right off the beginning, you only have about 1, 2, 3, 4 levels to this one area, like the meadowy, grassy area. And then you unlock this beach area, which has the same amount of main levels, about 4 or 5. And then next is the carnival level, which has about 4 or 5 main one. And this is the boss area. Now I want to go ahead and just say that the boss areas are super, super fun in this game. So we're going to actually fight this boss for the first time. So like I said, you know, you beat the boss. They're not that hard, and you get these little prints which help you upgrade your special abilities. Like it says right here, you got the pencil drill blueprint, now it can evolve the drill ability, which is cool, right? Upgrading your abilities and having more options is great. And then saving these little guys, the Waddle Dees, is like collecting the big stars or like the moons. You know, it's very, very reminiscent of Mario 3D World, okay? So when you defeat a boss, just like we did right here, you unlock another additional area or levels. So another cool thing about this game, when you rescue a certain amount of Waddle Dees, like in the Waddle Dee town area, you unlock different buildings. It's like you have enough builders to build certain aspects of the town, so that makes it bigger. And you unlock these cool little things where you could spend some coins and unlock trophies. So it's a really fun game if you're really into the 100%ing type of, you know, regime of 100% and getting all the Waddle Dees, unlocking all the towns and completing all the challenges within the town. So now you can go to the Coliseum and duel. Ooh, this is Midnight, right? That's his name, Midnight. So it's like a little gladiator Coliseum. This is cool. Like, this is fun stuff to do in a game. So these are the little trial things, and I was speaking about where you unlock those rare stars that you could see, and as they're rated by difficulty by 3 stars. So this one's pretty challenging. This is the Swirl and Twirl. So I'm really curious. Let's check out this snowy area. Ooh, okay. So as you can see, it says clear the stage, which is general. You save the hidden Waddle Dees, and then you have the 3 question marks where you'll kind of find out those tasks as you play the level. Oh, okay. The enemies are a little bit harder here. I'm going to get rid of this ability. I want to see if this guy has a new one. Okay. It's the ice one, which is to be expected here. You get that one pretty early on. One of the things that is really cool about this game is what they call the Big Mouth mode. I mean, I'm surprised that the PR team or like the naming team or like the translation team didn't warn Nintendo of Japan that, you know, this might be falsely misrepresented here in the United States. I mean, you could take Big Mouth mode as you will, you know, to your discrepancy. But I don't know, man. Nintendo of Japan, you probably should really... I mean, this is memed on all over the place. And here we go. Here's a hidden Waddle Dee. And then what's cool is, like, you can know if you're doing it right in order, because if you missed one, that it goes in order as you find them. So it'll let you know if you missed the Waddle Dee or not, if you're really, really set on collecting everything into this in each level, which is genuinely which is generally what I like to do, is I like to try to collect at least everything. So what did you guys think of that? It was pretty freaking cool, right? I guess when it comes to just my general critiques of the game, you know, I guess if I had to be pretty critical about it, I wish that there was a little bit more levels, just a little bit more content within the game, because the fact that it's so like trivial, it's pretty damn easy. The least they could do is pack it with levels and different type of terrains and different elements and stuff to really preoccupy your time, right? You know, make the game pretty long if it's going to be so easy. But when you can crash through a game in just a couple of hours, I guess if you really wanted to just speed run through it, you could finish a game like this really within a day. If you're collecting everything, maybe in a couple of days, there's really not that much content within this game. So depending on whether you feel that the game is worth the $60 for it, I mean, wait for it to be on sale if you don't think it's worth your $60. You know, now that the bar has been raised with Elden Ring, $60 for a game like that, that's packed with content variety, different character customizations and level and terrain variety. It's kind of hard whether or not to decide where you put the value within your $60 in a game like this. Now, I do feel that the game increases in value if you have a small child that you want to play this game with, like my 5-year-old daughter. I have a blast playing this game with her, and just for the quality time spent with her, and my kids enjoy watching playing the game, I feel that that makes the value of this game much more higher in that aspect. But that's gonna do it for this week's video, you guys. Let me know what you think about games that are very easy in the comments down below. Is Kirby a game that you might want to pick up in the future? Or is it something you might want to make on sale? Or is it something you might want to wait for on sale? You let me know. But that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in next week's video. Peace!